1964, Blood and Black Lace. Summary for this film: a masked, shadowy killer brutally murders the models of a scandalous fashion show in Rome. Directed by Mario Bava, who has done Black Sunday, Kill Baby Kill, A Bay of Blood, Barren Blood, a bunch of classics. He's kind of his own lane of horror, I guess. He's like one of the forefathers, I would suppose. Written by Marcello Fondato, Giuseppe Barilla, and Mario Bava. Um, who wants to start this out since Jason's not here? Anybody? Anybody?
John, do you want to start?
Sure.
You're a big fan of this director, right? So,
I like him. I like him good enough.
oh, okay.
This isn't one of my favorites. Um, it's in the usual Bava style. It's pretty to look at. Lots of bright colors. I really liked those just red mannequins that sometimes were there in lieu of colored lights. That was pretty cool. That's what to me, you know, how everyone knows Argento for his lighting. Well, he got it from Bava. I don't know.
Oh
He might
yeah.
have worked on
He
this or something.
he definitely I read somewhere he worked with him on some
Yeah.
projects.
Oh yeah,
He
he
sort
worked
of
with all
apprenticed
these
under
things.
him.
Hmm. So I don't know if this was one of them, but you can see it in Argento's style. Um, the, honestly, it's great. It's historical. It's a good movie overall, but to me, it was boring. Um, I don't know what I was looking for, but it was more than that. I think that maybe the melodrama was too much, but that was kind of the style too of that time. Um, the killer was cool. Reminded me of from Dick Tracy, The Blank. Remember Madonna?
Oh yeah.
Spoiler alert, you know.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Dick Tracy yet, you didn't want to see Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
So that the killer was cool. They did a good job with the red herring because you really thought like uh the coke addict was
Oh, for sure.
the trippy coke addict was the killer, or even the cop himself, because they it's right at the beginning when they show the killer for at a long take for the first time right after he killed his first girl. um you can tell he's got like a real big nose and it's squished down and got a broad head and stuff, and I remember first seeing it, I thought it was the cop because it
Mhm.
just looked just like him, and how a cop investigating his own shit like circles,
That was my the whole time I was watching it. I had never seen it, so I was
Okay.
I was sitting here like it's the cop. And then when it wasn't, I was like, oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah, it was
Yeah.
like a good twist, a double twist really.
Mhm.
You know, I thought Scream did it first, well, at the time as I knew, but the two killer thing did it here. Spoiler alert, the two killer thing was done here. So that was awesome.
And
Uh
it was still Sidney Prescott related, so that was
oh,
pretty
for sure. For sure.
cool.
Let me see. The characters were cool. They had it, technically there was nothing wrong with this movie. This is a fine film. It's just my personal taste found it a little bit boring. So don't come at me, people out disparaging Mario Bava. I'm not. This is a good movie. This one ain't for me, all right? Shit.
One of our reviews, somebody said that your take was wild. Remember
my,
recently?
my take.
Yeah, one of your takes was
Which I
wild. I
wonder
can't
which
remember which
one
one.
that was.
Frank, do you remember? We
Not a
commented on
clue.
it.
I
Yeah.
usually just let him
Whatever.
go.
Yeah, right.
It always makes me laugh when somebody attacks me, so I get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
But
So, all right. They there was some taboo subjects like, drug use, abortion, even real
yeah.
Oh
quickly. That was
yeah.
an entry in the diary. Um, Good movie. Just not my personal. Like from a technical standpoint, it's a 10. Gorgeous to look at.
Hmm.
But for being entertaining, I gave it a 6.
Okay. Frank, do you care if I piggyback off that, or do you
Go
want to?
ahead. Go right
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah, I'd never seen this before in my life. You guys know I didn't grow up watching Italian horror, so this doing this podcast, I've been introduced to it, and I've really come to enjoy it. Um, I love the opening credits scene. Thought it was really cool. Like I was really into the opening credits, like just the way the music was playing, and it was like it's an old film, so what,
I don't even
64,
think
right?
I'm not sure. I watched this on Shutter, I think, right? That's
Yeah,
where it's
I
at.
did too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, there's two different openings, evidently. I read the one that we watched, I believe, is the original opening, like with the mannequins, and it's like everybody's got their own character shot.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
think
Like
when they
it's
released this in America, they made it like crazy. Like it was supposed to look like the mannequins were like murdered and stuff. Like they made all this
hmm.
flashy stuff. That's at
oh.
least what IMDb said. So, but
Well,
yeah,
that would have been kind of cool too, I guess. I enjoyed the old style of like, it's like introducing each character kind of,
yeah.
It
So
was like an old TV show.
exactly.
And it
Yeah, I
was
love
even, did anyone notice it was how it was edited when it faded?
Yeah, that's one of
It
my
felt like a
notes.
commercial. It felt like a
was it
commercial insert.
It
was it a
felt like it
TV
was made
show?
for TV. Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
way they would go into it was
Or
like
at least
a
edited for it.
transitional, like they would quickly fade out and fade back in.
Hmm.
Like there was going to be a
Yeah.
commercial there several
Hmm.
times.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I thought the music was great in this. I really liked the musical score. These movies, man, these guys, it's like watching paintings come to life. That's the only way I can describe it. The colors, the way that everything looks, it's insane. Like the shots, the way that like you talk about the mannequins, John, how they're like in the foreground or in the background,
Yeah.
and they I don't know how to describe it. It just looks like it's a painting and then somebody's moving through it. It's really, really cool.
Hmm.
Um, what the kills were pretty brutal, I thought, for this time period. Usually in this time you're getting like a cutaway real quick. They're like, digging in people's arms and stuff. So I was like, and it's it doesn't look. I mean, come on, it's 60s. It's not. It's clearly like the paint blood. It's very bright and pretty. It's almost pretty to look at.
Oh yeah.
But I like that they were just like these people. They're just taking them down, man. Just boom, boom, boom. Like there was, and I love the look of the bad guy, the villain. I thought that was really cool. Clearly people have borrowed from that. I even would say the Watchmen. You know, um, you know,
Rorschach.
what's the guy? Rorschach. Yeah, I mean, clearly a lot of people have borrowed this technique. One of my favorite lines in the movie. I laughed so hard I wrote it down. You've got the habit. You got the habit. And I was dying. I was like, everybody's on cocaine in this movie. Everyone. It's
I
insane.
wonder if it was even illegal at the time because cocaine was legal for a very long time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Right.
so I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But not in Italy.
The
Epidemic.
the cops were judging the people though, you hopheads. But I really love the little nuances like the car alarm going off and then the guy recognizes the car alarm because he worked on the car. Just it was a very well put together plot, I thought. I really liked the way it ebbed and flowed. Like I said, I wasn't sure who the killer was. I kind of thought it was the cop all the way up until the end, and it wasn't. I loved how nihilistic the ending of this movie was. Like this movie was not one of those like,
Hmm.
oh, they all got away. Like
Yeah.
this was like I was like, wow, that's how you end a movie. I love that kind of stuff. I will say I agree with you. The pacing's pretty weird in this sometimes. It's very slow in parts. The acting is what you would expect in a typical 60s movie. There's some really solid performances and some people who thought the assignment was to scream real loud and yell their lines. I don't get why, these directors put so much time in making it look good that they didn't pull somebody aside and go, "Hey, stop acting like a fucking idiot and say the lines like a real person."
You're not
You
on a
know?
stage. Back up.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, why are you yelling? This isn't a production of, King Lear, but whatever. But I truly enjoyed this. This is one, if I saw it out in the wild, like on Blu-ray or 4K, I would buy this. So I'm giving this one a 7 out of 10.
Arrow
Right
did
on.
the last special release of it. This was one I reviewed when I was doing their Blu-rays back
Oh,
in
okay.
this came out. So
Yeah,
that's
it's
when
got
I
some
first
cool
saw it.
art.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I thought the bright colors was a really cool contrast to like no matter how you look at it, this is a vintage film. This is like vintage cinematography. Like as far as that and the way the actors are working, it's not breaking any new ground in that area. But this is a, a precursor to Argento. This is where all of that colorful, weird early 80s horror came from was like Bava. Like the ones I think we've done two on the show. I think we did Kill Baby Kill and Bay of Blood. Is that right?
Yeah.
Um, I'm not sure which one. They're all kind of, I feel it's kind of the same about all of them. They're like right in the middle of my wheelhouse of liking them. I appreciate them on a certain level, which is like this is important stuff here. I'm glad that I have the reference point and all that. But I also there is a certain charm to like the stilted dub and the stereotypical detective music and as the investigators asking these questions it just playing along with it. I thought that that was really cool the way that the music kind of was literally laid on top of what was happening and worked as a parallel. Um, but the detective, there's a part where he's asking like a series of he's rude to every fucking buddy. Like he's no matter who it is. And he gets to the cocaine boyfriend or whatever. And there's this part that I love so much where he's flipping this little package of cocaine, the detective is in his hand. And you don't know what it is. But but he asks the dude, ever seen this before? The guy goes, no, 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 I don't. What is this? And he says, cocaine. And then there's like this musical sting that hits. It's so fucking perfect. It's probably my favorite part of the movie. But yeah, I think something that adds to like how old this feels is how ornate the sets are. Everything from the fucking walls to God, everything's got carvings on it, and it's all done to the fucking nines, extravagant bullshit. But the lighting and the camera work add this mood to it. That's just the best part about these kind of movies is the mood and the I would say most people can get enjoyment out of this film if they just put it on, put their own music on at a party or something like that, because you're really getting the visual. It's moving pictures, literally. Because I mean, honestly, the story here is kind of a fairly pedestrian whodunit sort of thing, but it did get me. I thought it was the cocaine dude the whole time. Um, there was another part in this movie that I almost thought the dude slapped this woman to death because he slaps the shit out of her back and forth. He's smacking the shit out of her and knocks her out. And I'm like, and then I was like, did he just fucking kill her with slaps? But no, she's not dead yet. Um, Overall, I thought the ending was as satisfying as you could want this thing to be. Uh, it's just another keynote Mario Bava film. I gave it a 7 out of 10. So I'm just glad to, go through this guy's films and have awareness of it. So
Yeah.
appreciation, but you're right. It's not something I would tune into at any, it'd have to be for a project like this. So, um,